Hey. Come back, everybody. Is everyone in here still? Sorry. I don't know what I did. I smashed the keyboard. My bad, y'all. No one's in here yet. Oh, God. Oh, you guys are in here. I just haven't updated here. I'm like, I'm so high. I was going on about, I did a bunch of fentanyl, but yeah, I'm pretty high, you guys. It breaks everything. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I should light my hair on fire. Moxie's here. I'm gonna get a gong. Can we look up the price of gongs real quick? On Amazon. Amazon. Oh, there's only 9 viewers in here. We just lost, like, everyone. Why did I just hear my... Oh man, I'm falling apart. I need to do this trip. I want to get some music on and check the price of gongs real quick. Just a small gong. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Okay, okay, okay. $20 for the cheap ones. $80 minimum for bad, but what the fuck? Did you guys see that? I can show it because it's a CD cover. I'm pretty sure that's how the rules work. You guys gotta see this fucking thing I just saw on Amazon. Smoke in here. Oh yeah, sorry everyone. I accidentally closed the fucking thing. I'm sorry, I fucked up. Look at this fucking... Are you ready? Look on the left. What is that? What is it? What is it? What is it? Gong. Acid Motherhood by Gong. Order it, you guys. Someone order that. Look at these bad boys. They're expensive. I don't want their fucking logo on it. It's supposed to be all zen and shit. We make rock gear. This one is expensive. Probably sounds dope though. Look at the infinite dustins as far as the eye can see. Infinite dustins this way. Wait, no. Dustins that way. More dustins that way. More dustins that way. Dustins up there. Dustins up there. Thanks, buddy. Oh, thank you so much, Max. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good stream. Love watching you. I love watching you. I've been watching you the last fucking couple of months. I've been up in a tree. I got, you know, it's illegal. Stalking. I'm stalking you. So I love watching you too. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. It's game time. It's game time. It's game time. Get that Zamboni off the ice. I'm about to do a hat trick. He scores. Pavel Bure. I had a lot of dreams when I was younger. being in the NHL. I think that'd be so much fun to be a professional athlete like that. Bitcoin's on fire. Yeah. That's good vibes going into the drip. Your money is on fire. It's a good fire, though. A healthy fire. It's hard to explain. It's a good thing. Royalty-free trip music. What do we got? Free Twitch streaming mix. Dude, can I trip to it though? Is that allowed? Phoenix, Arizona. Gets hot out here. It's Phoenix, Arizona. Gets hot out here. Yeah. I was doing that shit for like an hour straight earlier. It was so funny. I didn't look at the chat the entire time, so it might not have been funny. Miami Nights. Miami Nights. Motorbikes without a helmet on. So I crack my head on the sidewalk. My brain splattered everywhere. I don't give a fuck. Miami Nights. My brains are on the sidewalk. My mother walked by. She's like, oh God, my poor Timmy. That's cool. That's hardcore. Miami Nights. Miami Nights. My flies are undone. What's that? I'm just tripping out. My dick's flopping all everywhere. That'd make a good video on a different website. Put that up on Pornhub. This is like a powerful song for DMT, I feel like. It's on very zen-like. It's Miami Nights. Okay, alright, here we go. Sorry to anyone who I closed the stream on and didn't know how to get back here. I fucked it up. I was like, yeah, I'm really hot and offended, but and I smashed my keyboard into the fucking... It's gone. It's in the next dimension. Maybe I can get it back. We'll see. Miami, Tucson, Detroit, and for some reason, Olympia, Washington. Idaho is a state of mind. Idaho, it's a state of mind. Do you like corn? Yeah, I like corn. I hope you like corn. I love corn, in pile form especially. Oh, that's great. Cause we got all sorts of corn. It's a state of mind. Idaho, 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 Idaho. They write themselves. A pile of corn. My favorite form. Who wants to eat it on the cob? My friend Rob. He's all about that shit. Where'd he go? Where'd it go? Miami. I'm not gonna like blast off hard just because last time I took 3 pretty good hits or something like that, and this isn't like straight DMT, it's like mixed with e-juice. So 3 hits is like, I don't know, last time it gave me an amazing trip, and I am on stream and I want to be able to talk and stuff, so I'll go for like that sub breakthrough sort of thing, I guess, again. Let me just fast forward a bit to make sure there's nothing fucked up in the song. Like it's a weird interlude. La la la, wow, fuck your mom, fuck the world. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die. You're dead, everything's closing in around you. Be scared. I'm like, this is the weirdest interlude ever. Be scared as fuck, you little bitch. I'd be like, oh. I think we're good. This is pretty safe. Kill crew? Kill crew engaged. The skeleton leaders. Woo. Bed of razors. Why would anyone build a bed of razors that can't serve any practical purpose except for fucking torture? Torture! This reminds me of Command and Conquer music. End of nod complete. Unit complete. Unit. Wow! Ow! Ow! Unit killed. Unit lost. Unit lost. Your mission is failed. This is Kane from the Brotherhood of Nod. The cheesiest acting ever. Fucked up. That game is dope. I should move the chat on the other side, and then we'll get we'll do it. I keep saying that. I gotta throw my way up. You know how it is. You know how it is. As soon as I take the hit, yo, let's set it off. I'm like, whoa, what's this? Yo, it's just with DMT. Yo, fuck you little bitch, you're gonna cry. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You're gonna die. Should I turn my fan on? Maybe it'll like suck its dick. It's crazy. What do you guys think? Should I turn it on? Let's try. Sorry if this doesn't go good. It might not go good, you know. basic shit. You're gone. Ain't got no flavor. What juice. I wish water tasted like Kool-Aid. If I had in my universe, it'd be just like this, but that's the only difference. And the world would be a much better place. Oh, much better. And don't. Spit ashes in my mouth. I hope I got that on camera. It's a bad omen. Good omen.
Oh my god. Figuring it out. Oh, I'm still on. Look at my hand. Come on. Stop the music. Oh, stop the music. Gotta stop the music. Gotta stop the music. Gotta stop the music.
So I'm still an idiot. That hasn't changed. Why we stop the music? I had a friend way back in the day, way back in the grade 9, in homeroom class, before class, we were like, um, he was a really nice guy. I love that guy. And he always had a cool accent. I said this before in a video, but he had a cool accent. I thought like Australia maybe, Australia, something like that. He had a twin sister too, and she didn't have an accent at all, which I never. That should have been, um, you know, should have been a red flag that they're Canadian. But I saw I had a cool accent, this weird sort of accent. Where is it from? And so I'm like, one day I'm like, hey man, you have a cool accent. Where are you from? And he's like, Canada. It's a speech impediment. Mate. It's a speech impediment, mate. He said mate for some reason though. And I'm like, oh. Sorry. Sorry about that. Where are you from? Canada. Canada. It's a space impediment. He sounded like he was. I'm not making fun of people. It sounded cool. What I'm trying to say. It sounded weird. Holy fuck, I'm still tripping. When I look at the fan. Oh, well, I explained the trip. Everyone's like, wait. Imagine I just ended the stream on that stupid little bit I just did. That'd be funny. Everyone's like, what the fuck? I'm unsubscribing. Anyways, his sister spoke with a completely normal accent, and that never clicked. Twin sister. Cool accent, dude. Where are you from? Anyway. Canada. It's a speech impediment. I'm like, ooh. He's cool though. He's cool. I'm like, oh, it sounds like some cool Australian. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. All right, the trip was very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. On my roof, there's like different colors. There's some green from a couple of colors mixing together. There's yellow, pink, and blue. And my ceiling is white. And when I blew out, I guess my second or third hit or whatever, it was a pretty weak trip, but there's very interesting things that happen. Um, I'm still a little high too. So all the colors on the roof became predominantly birthday cake theme, and everything turned birthday cake colors, like white, and then like sprinkles, like blue, pink, and yellow. I guess confetti, sort of. Those are colors. And with the music, the fan was. It grew these. It's still doing it now. As soon as I said that, it grew these weird like. It looked like there's long rubber tassels attached to the end of every blade, just like swinging around the room, and they got bigger and bigger.
And then the fan kept coming down at certain parts of the song. When the song got more intense, the fan would come down, like lower and lower, and that freaked me out a bit. But nothing spectacular happened. But that's something I did get a very good insight out of that. Something interesting did happen, but with closing my eyes. Um, so it's always weird when I close my eyes or open my eyes and stuff like that. I always get these weird hallucinations, and I can't exactly explain what I see, but it's the same thing every time, sort of. I can't explain exactly what it is. It's sort of like almost like an error message or something like that, or like whatever my brain is showing me when it's like it can't compute it or something, or it's like it's just sort of what I see, and I can't exact. It sort of looks like a little robot guy with like words and a card next to him or something like that. It's sort of so weird to explain, but I see that every time I like start closing and worrying about like whether I should open or close my eyes. I see something like that, and I subconsciously recognize that in every trip. But then in this trip, I thought about it consciously, and I'm like, that is weird how I always get that. And for some reason, it always seems to me to pertain to randomness in some sort of way. Like there's some sort of random factor involved with like DMT trips. I don't know why I got that sense, but every time I close my eyes and open my eyes, the colors would be different. And every time I closed my eyes and went black, like I saw a black version of everything that was going on. And I would see that weird card guy, that little robot guy, that error message, or whatever it was, not an error message, but it seemed to signify some sort of like brain function, if that makes sense at all. And I saw that every time I closed my eyes, and then when I opened them, it would be different. Everything would be different. And I feel like that weird error message has something to do with randomness. Every time I close, because like I got that feeling before in other trips, the one where the god arm was dropping universes into a hole. That trip, I saw like that same sort of robot when I started blasting off. I've gotten this a few times in trips where it's like, you've been selected. I blast off into the universe, and I don't hear it, but it's like, you've been selected. Congratulations, like randomly out of everyone in the universe, you've been selected. And so it's that little robot there. And then like, for some reason I feel like the message end of the trip is like, out of infinite souls in the universe, you've been selected like randomly, or like this is DMT trip random seed like number 1,500,000,000,000 whatever. I feel like it's almost like and every DMT trip is so different. I almost feel like every one is like preset, like a theme to it, and it's like randomly selected somehow. I don't know how I can't connect it all right now, but it made sense during the trip. I connected it all, like, and when I was closing my eyes and opening them, and I saw the random thing, I don't know how I'm connecting it to randomness. Oh yeah, because the you've been chosen. It all connects, right? And then when I closed my eyes, I would see that little robot thing, and then I opened my eyes, and the colors would be like different every time I closed my eyes, and that's why I was opening them and closing them, because it'd be a little bit different every time. And then see that fucking thing, that little robot with the cards. And on one trip, the God Arm trip, he kept showing me like cards of like different universes, and he was showing me like different manufacturing companies, and they're pitching me their universes. There's this little robot with a little card next to him, and each universe was like, this one has no heat. It has something called this, like blue blah blah, and it has these properties. And this one's gravity is set to these parameters, and our company name is like Raytech or whatever. Try our universe. And this robot was showing me like different universes. And then at the end of that trip, I ended up on this big plateau on this big platform. And there was a big mechanical arm picking up universes that were shaped in balls. They were in this big bowl. They were balls. And this big god arm is picking up the universes one by one, randomly, just going in and just grabbing one. And then dropping them into a big hole. And it would like roll down this thing and go down a hole. And I was watching that thing. And the bowl seemed to randomize signify randomness to me. I got that sense in the trip because it would just go in and grab something like a claw arm, sort of, right? And that trip had that robot thing, and then just like when I saw that and I was opening my eyes, it was almost seems like I was tapping into some sort of like random, like some sort of filter, you know? I don't know. Like maybe everything exists. Maybe every perceivable version of this universe exists in every different way. There's one that's like slightly greener, or one where I put on like a orange light, and then the randomness. Maybe this is all just bullshit speculation, but when I close my eyes, and then the randomness thing triggers, it like taps into like a different dimension or universe, multiverse or something. And like I see maybe that filter over it or something like that. Maybe that's like what the crazy DMT hallucinations are. It's like you're seeing what's happening in a parallel universe. It's fun to think about, but you know, that's all obviously just fucking crazy speculation. Um, that was a really cool trip though. It was like it didn't come back. It didn't start sucking its own dick, but it looked like a ballerina, just spinning around. Everything looked like birthday cakey, and it was like a ballerina, like dancing around, and had these big black tassels swinging around. I was scared they're gonna whip me, but I think the color white is really positive in DMT trips for me. Seems to make all my trips good. There's a lot of whiteness. But then again, one of my coolest trip ever, it was like dark in my room. It's the first really good trip I had where I was just looking at YouTube visuals, and it was the visual. All the trip was I was just watching these fucking visuals one by one, floating past my vision, like in outer space, and I'm like, what are these visuals? And then I realized later it's just a YouTube screen switching every 15 seconds. I perceived as these big visuals floating through space one by one, and I was viewing them with this blue dude beside me. And the visuals are so crisp and so amazing. And my room was all black, and one visual it's just like these gold like swirls, and like it was such crisp black, like pitch jet black. And then the swirls were like HD, like super 16K resolution, and it was like so sharp, and the patterns are like beyond anything more intricate than I've seen on Earth. And then like these green colors were so bright and vibrant. It was like a new color. It was like seeing a brand new color. It's so crazy. But then white, I don't know. It's just like it keeps it bright and positive and light. And it's I've never had like a really bad trip when I just had all my lights on and colorful. And you know, I'm looking at my white ceiling for some reason. I just associate like dim lights with like some really bad trips I had, and I think just better for me if I have them on usually. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I like to speculate. I like to speculate. I'm gonna trip again. I think another a half hour. We're going back to Cali. Going back to Neptune. And this time I'll do a stronger dose. Yeah, and every time I kept closing my eyes, like every time I closed my eyes too, like what I would see when my eyes were closed were different. And I was like closing them, opening them rapidly. Sometimes it'd be like blue and black. Sometimes it was like different colors. The feminine or the feminine vibe I felt from the fan, and it taking on a persona that I guess persisted. It did seem like an entity in itself, dancing, spinning around. I opted to turn the fan on to see if that would make a difference, and I guess it gave off like a ballerina vibe, like spinning around, dancing. And it was all birthday cake colors, which is nice. It was very pastel themed, gentle, light colors. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. I look dead. Hey guys, how's it going? Matt DPT, DT, DBT. I invest in those. I haven't tried. Oh, other DMT analogs. Yeah. Should we look that up? See if I can get a hold of some. I can't show it on stream. You're not supposed to show sites like that, I think. Get in trouble. But I'll look it up. Chemlogics. Chemlogics. Oh, I'm under 19. I can't enter. Fuck. Double check. Got it. You got the goods, I got the product, baby. Well, I got the product. I was saying in my acid trying to figure out long division on acid video. And like, oh, you gotta multiply this and you get the product. You got the products, I got the product. You got the goods, baby, I got the product. We're trying to solve a math problem or do a drug deal here. I got the product. What was the product? Give me the fucking product. Like, okay, give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the product. Yo. Gunfight breaks out on paper. Oh god. You got this wrong. Can I see you after class? This answer alarms me. Hey, Mr. Johnson, you want to see me? Yeah, what's this? It seems like your long division turned into a gunfight on the paper. Yeah, well, he needed the product for the multiplication part, and he didn't have the money. Blood was drawn. He's like, cool, A plus. I like that outside of the box thinking. That's what we need in math. Yeah, 1 plus 1 ain't 2. It's what that one guy say. That one real smart fucking dude from what's it, the Empire. What's that actor? The real smart guy, the genius. 1 plus 1 isn't 2. Who is that guy? Terrence Howard. Yeah, this guy's so smart, you guys. Want to see how smart this guy is? Let's see how smart Terrence Howard is. Legit, this guy's a genius. Legit. Admit. I ruined it. I didn't say this thing. We got Terrence Howard here, right? He's an actor. You all know him. I've never been fond of him. As an actor, I'm not big on him. One. This is so fucking stupid.
Well, I'm going to talk about this since we're here.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Now, a couple years ago, I did an article for the Rolling
just gonna
Stones, and
ease
they
it up
said
here,
I was
this
crazy
panel.
because I was telling them
Oh, one
that the
times
square
one
root
is
of 2
2?
was a
You
rational
don't say.
number.
Sounds
This is
good
the
to me.
proof that the square root of 2 is a rational number.
Well,
It's
you
the-
went to Oxford
Yeah.
to present,
to
right?
talk about this.
Yes.
And when I was at Oxford, now this is the point
I
where
went to
4
Oxford
bubbles
to
meet
talk about.
equally and
Can I
oppositely.
touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you-
on
There's-
phones, and they
there's-
said I
there's
was
your
crazy
celebrity.
because I was telling them that the square root of 2 was a rational number. This is the proof that the square root of 2 is a rational number.
Well,
It's
you
the-
went to Oxford
Yeah.
to present,
to
right?
talk about this.
Yes.
And when I was at Oxford, now this is the point where 4 bubbles meet equally and
You went to Oxford?
oppositely.
Can I touch
Yes, and it's where 12 planes meet. This is an undiscovered geometry that I'm now making known to the world here on this show.
Isn't that fantastic?
Undiscovered geometry. I'm making known to the world.
Making
Because in his head, he's like, I'm saying my stupid theory. I'm saying my stupid theory out loud. It sounds dumb. It sounds dumb.
meet and oppositely. I was at Oxford. Now this is the point where 4 bubbles
He's
meet
good so far.
equally
Now he
and
starts thinking about
oppositely.
getting his head.
Yes, and
My
it's
theory,
where
I'm saying my
12
theory.
planes
Stupid.
meet. This is an undiscovered geometry that I'm now making
Now.
known to the
I'm
world
now
here on the
known.
show.
Isn't that fantastic?
I'm now planes meet. This is an undiscovered geometry that I'm now making known to the world here on the show.
Isn't that fantastic?
They were so upset because how can a man that didn't graduate from one of their prestigious schools come and tell them that the square root of 2 was a rational number?
his
And I
eyes.
said, I didn't come to
What
tell
is he
you
on?
guys this. I just came to prove to you
You're just like,
that it's a rational
He's
number.
like-
And they were,
he's like,
they didn't like it. They didn't like it.
They didn't like
They
it.
didn't
Nobody likes to be
Why didn't
one
they
up.
like
Oh, they didn't like
Because you didn't go to Oxford?
Well, because,
That I'm aware of?
well, you have to remember our entire world economy is based on 1 times 1 equaling 1. So if you can prove that an action times an action equals a reaction, which science proves, then 1 times 1 must equal more
no,
than 1. And to
numbers
have
on
the
paper are
physical
different
proof of
than-
it,
There's
that
no
kind of shakes
physical
things up a
energy
bit.
exchange. and doing
Well, you're a
math in your
shaker-upper.
head.
Well, that's
The Oxford did what hunting.
Fucking people.
I guess they don't like to be trumped. So here's my question for you, because we were talking about immigration before on the panel.
That's his only supporter he's got, and he realized that this is my only supporter. They didn't like it. They booed me out of Oxford. They said, "You're an idiot. Get out." The internet hates me. Everyone thinks I'm an idiot. She's like, "Well, I think you're smart. I think it makes sense to me."
So here's my question for you, because we were talking about immigration before.
And then he's all looking at it, he's like, he's all like, moving his cup around. I'm a genius. I'm on The View. I know my theory.
I guess they don't like to be trumped. So here's my question for you.
You did not trump Oxford University.
Because we were talking about immigration before on the panel.
Rich,
And
rich.
I'm a child of Italian-American grandparents.
Rich
Who were,
in
my mother was born here, but my
vitamins
father was born in
and
Italy.
humor.
And I went to all city schools, got free education pretty much. And I think that I'm a good example of immigration.
Yeah.
I got free education.
What
Shows,
about you?
lady.
Well, my parents, I mean, I'm
You trumped them with your
62%
stupid
West
theory.
African, 37%
I did
Western
too.
European.
I did too.
I'm not sure all the Western European that's in me was by choice.
And here's my
but
shape.
My family, you know,
I discovered this new
all
shape.
of America is
My
made
voice.
up of immigrants. And to the universe, there are no borders. It's
I'm
just
sitting in my
mankind
head.
that has
Oh my
placed
God,
these
I'm
borders.
getting in my
And
head.
we have to remember, the American Indians allowed Europeans.
That's me when
to
I'm doing
come
a
in,
presentation
and they
at
fed them,
school.
and they looked after them
Every other
because they
time.
were
Sometimes
their
I nail it.
So
Sometimes
when
I'm like,
you take the very
this is the
kindness
plant,
that was given
and
to
this
you
is
so you
the
can
leaf
have
part,
life,
and
you
this is the
use it to prevent
stem.
somebody from having life, even separating someone from their children, that is an ungodly
That's what we learned about in my
and
school.
unconscious act.
We learned
that
about
will reconsciously
stems, where the stem goes. It's the this part.
We're taking taking a little turn here, or
And
a big
chlorophyll
turn.
is
In
the
2005,
green
you
stuff.
were in the movie Hustle and Flow.
Yes.
Also, Taraji P. Henson was in that.
And water is good
DJ
for plants.
had a catchphrase of sorts.
Light.
What was it?
Look here, mine.
Yeah. Look here, mine. Well, a fan had the idea to. No, it's coming. It's coming.
Mine. It's
Mine.
mine.
And he's still saying that. He's like
A fan
going
had
along
the
with the
idea
jokes,
to
but in
turn
the back
you
of
and
his
that
mind's like,
catchphrase into a meme of a Jedi,
my theory
which
is
resulted in
a
this.
laughing stock.
Ain't no more Jedi, mate. So lots of other fans jumped
I'm on The
this.
View.
Wait,
What am I doing?
no,
That's
we're
he's
gonna
doing
let
that to
the
himself.
man
I'm
who
on The
originated
View.
this. Do it now. You got to read the
What
rest
happened,
of these,
Terrence?
okay?
What happened, Terrence?
Here we go. Let's pull it up.
I'm gonna read them.
Okay.
I can't see
Oh,
it.
here, wait, here.
I need to be
He's
able
gonna
to.
change the world with his 1 × 1 = 2. H3 covered it pretty
You guys
good.
know this guy Terrence Howard? He's like the star of.
You guys like
Empire.
H3? I think their
Incidentally,
show
that was the
sucks
show
lately.
that Jesse
I
Smollett
used to like
was
them
on,
a lot, though.
which was a
They
big
used to have like
story.
cool guests.
There's a bunch of crackpots on that show.
And I like Ethan and
I don't know
Eli
what's going
as
on
people.
there. But get a load of this guy
Their
Terrence
podcast
Howard.
lately is just like, what are we doing?
Shares his innermost thoughts on
He was the
end.
original.
They don't have guests anymore, I guess. We don't really do guests anymore. We're just gonna talk about like, what do they do now? Twitch drama? No, not. Like, Instagram drama? Or like, just Twitch drama, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I hate that though. Like, who cares about that? The James fucking kid or whatever. He's annoying. I hate that guy. Hello, sisters. Hello, sisters. Basically, I like young people, but it's cool. Something like that. I caught a bit of it. Bitcoin on track. Weird things on the deep web with Mudahar. I like this series too. If you guys never seen his series, what he got big for was he goes on the dark net for like an hour and looks at just funny scam sites, bogus sites, and the weird shit on the dark web. And he has like 50 of them, 100 of them or something. This guy is crazy. This Reckless Ben guy, his subscriber to view, the thing he does in his views are crazy. There's something lacking about his videos though that I will touch on in a bit, but he's been doing this crazy thing I caught on to at the beginning. He got onto a TV show. This wasn't it. I guess he did this a few times. Or no, this is the one. Okay, yeah, he got onto a game show. And what was it? It was like America's Top Talent like thing or something. It was a like, really big one. Like Bert Kreischer, the comedian, was like the host or whatever. So it was like a big like national TV show. And he got on as like he was gonna do like backflips on like a tightrope or some shit. And he sent in footage. He verified it all. I was kind of drunk and high during the video. I forget it, but he like got on the show. He went through this like rigorous process. He fooled them, and then during the show, he like sort of like went behind the scenes and filmed shit. Like, oh, this isn't like up to par, and this is kind of like shady, and all this shit. And then I guess they started suing him because he put it on YouTube, and then he's suing them back. And they got 3 YouTube stripes. And when that happens, you got like a week to resolve your shit or your channel gets shut down. And I didn't know you can get like 3 at once like that. I thought like if they found shit, they'd be like, all right, you have a bunch of shit wrong. We're going to give you 1.
Watch this entire video and I'll show you how you'll never have to pay taxes ever again. Here, let me explain. I have created my own religion that believes in partying. You see, my church services are just parties. Since churches legally don't have to pay taxes, we can literally all get tax exempt for partying. Sounds too good to be true, right? Wrong, it's not too good to be true, guys. My made-up religion somehow got approved by our very own United States government under the name Scientology sucks. Take that, Scientology. Anyways, let's just get right to it. Let's throw the greatest party of all time and get tax-exempt status for everyone that shows up. And we're gonna throw this party in an abandoned building. No rules. Looks like it's time to gather my crew. This is Michael. He's in charge of getting us the house.
All right, money.
The house he got us is being demolished Monday morning. Today is Friday, so we have like literally one day to plan this party. This is Jeb. He's gonna be our main hype man. Finally, we have Austin. He is going to be security. All by himself, because we do not have a budget to hire any other security right now, so. You got it, Austin. Us four will make the perfect crew, because each one of us shares the same dream that we will one day throw the best parties in all of LA. But for now, here's the first. We're calling it Project
that's why I
Test
started
Run.
watching this
So
guy.
of course, eventually, we're gonna want a bunch.
There's a video where like he's climbing down like this tower. They climb like towers and shit. And I guess he did this one where he was like slipping on this like tower, like they climbed this construction tower. And then the weather moved in really quick, like it was in like Asia somewhere, where the weather's crazy. And something it was like storming, and he's on this tower, and he's trying to get down super quick, and he's like almost slipping. It was sketchy as fuck. I think that's maybe how I got onto his channel.
Would this security guy just let me walk?
Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
This is like the one thing I want to do. Climb to the top of a loop-de-loop. Ah! There's Michael. Woo! All right, what do I win? Okay, pick your prize. Pick your prize.
These are all disgusting. I don't want any of these.
Ah.
I always wanted an emo.
Yeah, look at this playground. Gee, this used to be like a stage, I think. Look at that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah. Damn, that's a big shit.
We're here.
Here's my interpretation of what the last play was that was done here at Six Flags. So,
My stomach hurts.
the clock represents time, no father time. This,
I love you guys.
not sure about this right here is TV, okay? What do you do when you watch TV? You like to chill. What's the best thing to watch when you're chilling? Netflix. So here's what I'm thinking. It's time to Netflix and chill. Bam.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I see security. There's the security guards.
They're not catching us.
I guess climbing the roller coasters are kind of off limits now. We're gonna climb to the top of a loop. That's happening before we leave.
I'm not on top of the loop, bro.
No, we're climbing to the top of the loop. You don't think they saw us, did you?
I have no idea.
Guys, this is the ultimate fast pass. Go to an abandoned amusement park. Don't have to wait in line for anything.
Dude, what if we... Hey, what do you play? I play
Dude, what if
piano.
we saw
What
an
about you?
alligator in here?
I play the violin. What about you? I play my face.
Yo, you see it? You see the alligator?
Oh, I see it.
Big gator.
That's a big gator. I see it right there. Cool zone.
Excuse me, sir. You're not allowed.
No, I'm cool.
Read the sign,
No,
please.
I'm cool. I
Meant to do
promise
that.
I'm cool.
Cool zone
No,
only.
I'm cool. I promise.
That's exactly something an uncool.
I need fresh air on my ears.
Is it not cool anymore because I went in? SpongeBob, the ride.
What am I watching? This is not good.
It was one of those virtual things.
What does my forehead sound like, you guys? Can you hear it? Forehead. Beatpole, you guys know this guy? He made like a digital art piece every day for like years. He started like he didn't know anything, and he became like this huge artist on Twitter. And then he sold all his art in one big NFT, like a digital ownership of art in its most basic like definition, kinda. And he got $69 million in over like overnight, pretty much.
These works of art exist in the digital world, and now they're worth millions of dollars. It's part of an explosion in the market for NFTs, digital tokens that prove ownership of things like digital art that you can't even touch. The center of this virtual gold rush is Mike Winkleman, better known as Beeple.
Like, I never thought I could sell my work like this.
Then he heard about NFTs.
Kind of late September, early October, people kept hitting me up being like, oh, you gotta look at this NFT thing.
2 months later, he netted $3.5 million selling art backed by NFTs.
Definitely just like mind-boggling.
In March, Christie's, a 225-year-old
That always looked like the
auction
lamest
house,
fucking party.
by NFTs.
Like 3 dudes there.
$3.5 million selling art
2 dudes.
backed by NFTs.
And
Definitely just
2 dudes
like
at least.
mind-boggling.
In March, Christie's.
Definitely just like mind-boggling.
Like,
In
what?
March, Christie's,
Alright, it's the 3 of us.
25-year-old auction house.
You did it, man. Let's just pour this champagne on you. They probably said for the video, okay, can we get like a shot of you like celebrating with your friends or something? You know.
Is it a
I know
bubble?
what you're saying.
I
Just
think
like play it
there
up
is
a
very
bit. Sure,
good
I got
chance.
you.
There
I
could be
got
a
you.
bubble.
So
Okay,
why
guys,
are
just like
NFTs
pour it
and
on me or
digital
some
art
shit.
so expensive so quickly? The speculation in this market is so
And then
wild
after that, they're
when
like,
the
okay,
$95,000 Banksy was burned, and
well, I
then
guess I'll get
resold,
changed now.
It raised a staggering $400,000 as an NFT.
I'd be at one asshole coach that if we won the Super Bowl and they poured the Gatorade on me,
I mean, what makes a
I'd
Louis
be like, what the
Vuitton
fuck?
have value? It's
they all pissed off and ruined the
like
day.
first.
To understand who pays, it's important to understand NFTs.
So it's sort of like saying, do you think a web page is valuable? Well, I don't know. It could be.
NFT stands for non-fungible token. Essentially, a digital signature.
Fungible. Say it with me.
Unlike Bitcoin,
Fungible. It's a
NFTs are unique.
fun word to
NFTs
say.
offer
It's
for
a
sale is the idea of scarcity.
fungible.
It's possible to buy a token that
Running out of
represents
steam.
art in the physical world, but NFTs also back digital assets like an image or even a tweet. The current bid on Jack
Where's my
Dorsey's first
forehead?
tweet
Oh,
is
okay.
$2.5 million. This cat meme recently sold for $600,000.
Last week, Logan Paul made over
$5,081,490 Hey.
selling digital trading cards of himself known as NFTs.
For people, his daily dedication to his
Jump
craft
on
helped drive his
trading.
popularity as he posted art he created from his home in Charleston, South Carolina.
So May 1st, 2007, I started doing a sketch a day, every single day, start to finish.
Self-medicating.
Year after year, people gave them away and built an audience online.
Sharing my stuff and sort of putting it out there, I think, actually makes the stuff more valuable. because it makes it more
Defenestration is the act
His
of
rise to
throwing
broader
someone
fame as an
out of a
artist happened
window.
seemingly overnight. Back in the olden days of 2020,
I'm gonna defenestrate
Beeple's
you,
NFT-backed Crossroads
motherfuckers.
sold for $66,666.
I was like, oh my God, I sold a piece for $66,000. It was just like insane.
In December, Beeple sold $3.5 million worth of art in one day. On February 26th, Crossroads resold on the secondary NFT market for $6.6 million, of which Beeple got 10%.
And so now, fast forward 4 months, and it's like 6.6 million. It's just like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a thing. I don't know.
Then in March, Christie's sells the 5,000 image montage by Beeple for nearly $70 million. That makes Beeple the third most expensive living artist in the world.
It's like, okay, now the next thing happening, now the next thing happening, the next thing happening. And it's just like, now Today Show calling, okay.
His work can also cross into topics that can be offensive or provocative. So is Beeple trolling us with his
Who's
art
that offending?
and with this idea of selling something you can get for
North
free
Korea
off his
sympathizers?
Instagram?
So I'm like, okay, well, that's, not a totally invalid argument. What can I do to sort of like nullify that argument?
These works of art exist
Congratulations!
in the digital world, and now they're worth millions of dollars. It's part of an explosion in the market for NFTs, digital tokens that prove ownership of things like digital art that you
my
can't
weed
even
on my new
touch.
keyboard. Yes. Yes.
The center of this virtual gold rush is
I hope
Mike
there's weed
Winkleman,
under the fucking
better
keys that
known
never gets
as
out.
Beeple.
Like, I never thought I could sell my
I
work
hope it fucks
like
everything
this.
up. I hope it
Then
breaks.
he heard about NFTs.
Kind of late September,
This weed's no
early
good. Go on.
October,
No good.
People kept hitting me up.
Keyboard
Like, oh, you
weed.
gotta look at this NFT thing.
2 months later, he netted $3.5 million selling art backed by NFTs.
Definitely just like mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
Mark Christie
We're watching this video again, you
a
guys.
25-year-old auction house that previously only sold physical art.
Previous in the collections of 3 kings of England.
I'm not interested, to be honest. I don't care really. I stay at home. I need to do that. I'm gonna put it on. I always click that wrong every single time. Like, which one is it? I forget. I get it wrong every time. Okay, next one. Next
Now,
time do the one
due to
I think
the
is wrong.
globalization of the chemical trade, you can get the precursors to make 5-MeO-DMT, which are completely legal internationally. It's 5-methoxytryptamine is a metabolite of melatonin, and produce it very inexpensively synthetically on as large a scale as you want. Doesn't have to involve toads at all. This is a lucky situation. There's a way to do it sustainably, and I think we should really seriously consider this. 5-MeO-DMT is a controlled substance in the United States, but I'm in Mexico where it is
20-ish
uncontrolled
minutes.
to show this is a viable replacement for toads, because I believe one person can produce enough 5-MeO-DMT to supply everyone that would ever want it.
100 grams of 5-methoxytryptamine freebase is dissolved in methanol with vigorous magnetic stirring. A thermometer probe is inserted into the methanolic 5-methoxytryptamine, and the solution is cooled until it nears 0 degrees Celsius. Aqueous potassium hydroxide is used to dissolve and stabilize 100 grams of sodium borohydride, and the solution is transferred into an addition funnel. A second addition funnel is charged with a methanol-stabilized aqueous 37% formaldehyde
go away
solution,
if you just
and the
don't
dropwise
do anything.
addition begins.
And now I'm going to start adding the borohydride.
Or I got an appendix issue. I don't know.
Lone pair electrons on the basic nitrogen attack formaldehyde's carbonyl carbon, forming an imine and water.
You guys aren't watching.
Hydride attacks the electrophilic imine carbon, and electrons flow into the nitrogen, producing 5-MeO-NMT. The basic
I'm the
nitrogen
worst.
attacks a
I'm
second
the worst.
formaldehyde carbonyl, analogously forming a tertiary aminium ion, which is reduced again to produce 5-methoxy-dimethyltryptamine.
You've been here all night though, Jagam.
Yes, complete transformation of the starting material.
Borate salts gradually precipitate, and the solvent volume is reduced by overnight heating. As the methanol evaporates, 5-MeO-DMT precipitates as a brown oil and coalesces on the surface.
Pretty beautiful.
Simple distillation is used to strip the remaining water, followed by purification of the crude freebase by a short path vacuum distillation.
We did it.
You got a point. Yeah.
And recrystallization.
We can obtain a preliminary results between the reference and compounds that you are synthesizing. Okay?
After TLC had shown total transformation of the starting material.
Like if I wanted you to synthesize the original Hoffman LSD 25, that's the guy, right? Hoffman?
That's the guy, yeah.
LSD 25 could we take a boat 2 miles off the coast and cook it up?
Well, that was always the question. Like in the 60s, people were asking the same question of like, well, couldn't we buy an island and make that the psychedelic island where all drugs are legal and then have our own rules? They actually tried, like Leary and his group tried to buy a small island to manufacture LSD. And I can't remember what happened with that, but it wasn't successful.
Well, you probably can't bring it into the United States after that.
Right. Then you have to live in the small
Then you
island.
have to live in the shitty island with no infrastructure.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, what you can do.
You're just shitting in a Home Depot bucket, tripping balls on some fucking miserable island.
Well, they tried. Maybe that's what's important. But now it's possible, again, for the first time in a long time, to somewhat easily get a license, especially in Canada. Like, there are labs making LSD now legally in Canada. And
really?
Yeah, because the clinical research environment's a little bit more liberal there. Like, it's easier to get permission to do studies. And so they're manufacturing it and setting up all kinds of new studies, like, as we speak.
What?
Yeah,
how
it's
do
crazy.
I get my hands on that?
I think at this point you'd have to participate in a study, but it's around the corner. And then, of course, there are all these derivatives of LSD. So that's kind of the other thing that happened is now instead of producing LSD, you make ethlad or prolad or ALD52 or some other LSD derivative, many of which are stronger, or LSZ, which is even stronger than LSD.
LSZ. I don't need strength. Like honestly, like when acid is strong and it lasts so long. I've never took a hit of acid and gone, this is kind of weak. I'm always like, yeah. And like last time I did acid, I actually was like, I might be too old for this, or this acid isn't that good. I couldn't figure it out, but I had like an hour of like my throat is closing up and I'm fucking, this could go south. And I broke through to the other side, but I'm not looking for strength. I'm looking for quality. The reason I'm excited that you are a connoisseur and you're a sommelier of psychedelics. You're a psychedelic sommelier. And the reason I'm excited to meet is because I want a poo-poo platter of the finest artisanal fucking drugs that'll fucking light my fucking, put lead in my pencil.
I think a lot of people do. I mean, that's like, there's always, I mean, I wonder about like Jeff Bezos or like any of these people, if they have like little private labs to, I guess they're probably not even interested in that kind of thing.
I don't know, because I know somebody who is trying to figure out how to maintain their privacy. I know somebody who's connected with one of the fancy tech billionaires, and they have, I don't know if it's directly through him, but they have a bunch of scientist buddies, and they have like 2CI, 2CE, 2CD, 2C3PO. They have all those ones that have like the long chemical name. They don't even have a street name yet.
Yeah.
And her and her friends just like, they'll be like, I wonder what this one does. And I'm like, what? I want to be hooked up like that. But for me,
I liked it so much the first time I got another. Yogurt and crackers and cheese.
I have a lot of anxiety.
Same.
So for me tripping, I don't need to go to Neptune. I want it to be of good quality. And when I'm getting something from a rogue,
I wish I had more yogurt already.
Clandestine. I don't use the word clandestine enough.
It's a good
Secret.
word. Yeah.
Clandestine chemist. Am I saying it right?
I say
was saying
clandestine.
Clandestine. That's too like
Yogurt's
Victorian.
healthy no matter what.
I was saying kratom too. I didn't know it was kratom.
And I don't want to hear any.
That's it. It's really damned if you do,
anything
damned if
else.
you don't. Situation.
I don't
I know, because like you don't want to be.
healthy.
You can't correct somebody like it's pronounced kratom. They're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's hard. It's a Thai word. I tried to be respectful of the Thai word and Thai
Pronunciation. No, you're right. You're in the right. It's like the Moog synthesizers.
Moog.
It's not. It's
I call it
spelled,
kratom.
looks like it's Moog, but
I'm
the
this
guy's
guy.
name was Dr. Robert
Hamilton.
Moog. That's how he pronounced his own last name. So, but it's hard to say people. Oh no, it's Moog. Like you don't want to be that guy. So.
Are you talking about?
Or the word,
I heard him
word
talk about that before.
flaccid is pronounced flaccid correctly.
Flaccid?
Really?
Yeah.
Flaccid. Well,
but yeah, I understand.
What was I going on? I just want.
You were saying you want like you want a good supply of drugs, which most people do. I mean, that's like one of the tragedies.
Yes.
Is that everyone is forced. Anyone that's using LSD is forced to use an unknown dose because the two dosage forms, either a liquid solution
going awkwardly?
or a blotter paper that's impregnated with LSD, you don't know in either case how much LSD is actually present. So no one who is taking this extraordinarily powerful psychedelic has any idea how much they're actually consuming.
Hey,
which
sucks.
sucks.
We live in
I wish
negative and positive.
Obviously, all this stuff was beyond decriminalized, legal, because then it would be regulated. I wish you could go to a chemist the same way you could go to a winemaker in Napa Valley and go, tell me about this varietal. Okay, let me have your batch from 2017. Delicious. Like I wish it was
too high to fall
so
through
I'm
physics.
excited at the opportunity to have
Pay attention.
pick your brain about any action. I mean, I don't
Teacher-
know what we're
teacher
allowed to
Juan
say.
wants
Maybe
an
I'm
answer.
incriminating myself.
You must
I'm
have
like
it
the guy.
let's
I'm
have
like
it to
the
him
Trumpers
by-
that just stormed the White House, like to
by noon.
camera, giving their name. Like I just took a shit on Pelosi's desk. My name is Kevin McNamoo, and I live in Possum Fuck, Arkansas.
like being
My
stupid.
address-
Oh,
But
me too.
I'm
Exclusively.
let me start over. I'm
I-
asking for a
I'm
friend.
stupid. I only do.
But yeah, most people feel that way because
I can be smart if I
I
want
think that's
to,
one
but
reason most
never
people are
tried
afraid
it.
of drugs is because they should be afraid of them because they have no idea where they came from or what they are or what dose they're consuming, and so it's much easier to just assume that they're all dangerous than take the time that would be necessary to either learn to produce them themselves or to get a ultra sensitive scientific
third
scale
shitty
and
meal I've eaten
analytical
on stream
instruments
in
like
a
a
row.
mass spectrometer so
On
that
the
you
same
can
stream,
actually know
you
the
guys eat
identity
meat,
of whatever
3
drug
meals.
it is that you're consuming. So it's a
Cheese and
mess.
crackers,
It's a mess
cheese and
for most
crackers,
people.
yogurt,
and I would love
yogurt,
to make
sloppy
LSD for
joes.
you. I wish it were like a non-criminal act.
Yes.
Yeah. that's it.
MDMA too. I wish I had like pure, not stepped on. This is I'll tell you my tale of cocaine. I'm not a big coke guy. I've done
I don't
coke
know
less
you
than
that
10
well.
times in my life.
I think you're smart as shit, though.
Because I'm
You
like
seem smart as
hyperactive,
fuck.
and it's like
Go on.
the effect is fleeting. It's a very gross way to
My way
ingest
behind on the
drugs
chat.
through your nose. Again, Jewish. I'm constantly blowing my nose. I'm constantly thinking, am I about to get sick?
No, no,
so anything with my nose, I'm like, nah, the nose is
Being
just
smart is
fucking living. I don't
exhausting.
wanna fuck with my nose. I'll drink something, eat something, or
I know,
smoke
I'm with
something,
the
but
Mitro.
putting something in your nose. So I don't like the
Mitro.
way you take cocaine.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
always
like,
trips me out.
like I don't normally like it, and until I did cocaine in Brazil, and I felt so great that I was like, oh, all the coke I ever did in my life up until this moment was so stepped on by the time it got to the United States that I'm sure I was snorting mostly, like, who knows,
I like it.
baby
It's funny.
laxatives, drywall,
He grew on me.
Tylenol,
I don't like him at
God
first.
knows what. So just having it like artisanal.
I just thought he's, like,
from the
goofy and
chemist,
shit, but he's actually, like, a smart dude.
clandestine chemist is it'd be great.
It would be, yeah, and that's, especially ridiculous. Wow, I'm getting some like crazy psychedelic distortion.
I know, yeah.
What is this?
I can't tell if that's on purpose.
It's not. This is just like organically happening. But okay, so just with this
Like you gave him
diagonal
off.
stream of colors. Yeah, I mean, and especially with cocaine, because it's just a plant alkaloid that they're extracting in South
I'd kill
America.
for that
It's
effect.
especially
He's got it for free.
unfortunate that
Computers
people
automatically
are adding
does
all this garbage to it. And I've analyzed a lot of
Hollywood.
the street cocaine that circulates in New York.
Hollywood grade
and
data moshing.
It's always contaminated, 100%
What is it contaminated with?
Caffeine often. I've never seen amphetamine or methamphetamine. I have seen
This guy's awkward sometimes.
phenycetin, another chemical called levamisole that's like a veterinary deworming
data
agent.
moshing.
Are they just like padding the bag with these things that like they won't kill my client? They won't kill the client, but they won't.
Data. What do you guys say?
So.
Hold on, let me do that. Let me try this
just
feature
white
out.
powders.
We're gonna
that
do
are-
a
with
poll.
caffeine. It's stimulating, so that makes sense, and
You guys
it's
wanna
cheap.
take part in the poll?
How much of it is
That'd be
actually
fun,
from
yeah?
the coca leaf?
Let's figure it out. Let's do this.
I never
poll.
did
How do I do
any
this shit?
quantitative analysis, but I would imagine less than 50% in most of these samples. It's pretty bad. So then it's like, of course, I don't use cocaine either for that reason. It's gross. Or if I would just drink a tea that's like a coca
gotta go
tea,
to my
which is a
own
very
fucking stream,
delightful way
first
of
of all.
consuming it. And it doesn't have any of this like snorting a powder or this like intense high with a low come down. If you drink it as a tea, it's almost
Hang on,
indistinguishable
say, what do I gotta
from
do?
caffeine, and then if you drink a little bit more, it's a little bit more stimulating, but it never has that spike of intensity with a come down that people associate with cocaine.
Yeah, I drank khat
Didn't work.
in Israel. You know that like North African.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And yeah,
Of
that shit.
course, I know cat.
That shit
Of
works.
course, of
I mean, I
course.
was like, they made like an iced
I
tea
love
out of it for me, and I drank it while I was on stage, and I kept sipping it, not thinking about it. And by the second show, I was like 1975 Robin Williams, like heart pounding out of my chest.
What did the audience think? Were they into it?
They were so into it. That was one of the farther for a comedian. It's probably like this for a musician too, but I want to know. For a comedian, the farther you travel for the gig, the more appreciative the audience typically. So Australian audiences are killer, fucking amazing. New Zealand audience is
I have an
amazing.
active poll. You guys have been voting on it.
Berlin, one of the best shows I ever did. Tel Aviv, one of the best shows I ever did. They're like so
How have you guys been
appreciative that
voting?
you took that flight.
But was the Israeli audience
You guys don't even know what you're
impressed that
voting
you were
for.
eating the cot?
I think that I
That's a lot of votes.
crazy, so people just think I'm like super crazy.
Option 2 wins,
So
you guys.
to me, that was super drinking
option 3
khat
won
on stage,
by far, a landslide.
trying a drug in front of an audience.
Congratulations, those who chose Oxford. Option 3.
Was already like
You're going to the afterlife.
daredevil in
Option
me,
1, option 2, I'm sorry.
the big stunt, but the
End of the
audience
line.
from my
How
show
do I
thinks
restart
I'm
it?
like completely nuts.
How did you
like
guys see that
Gigi
poll?
Allen eats my own feces. Ed Gein level of psychosis. When I'm not, I'm kind
Where does
of
that show up?
boring suburban dork, anxiety-ridden dork.
Yeah. Everything is this.
You know what I mean?
I don't. I mean, I see only the crazy side. I don't see the dork
Do you
side.
see these numbers like
I
this?
think that the dork side makes for worse television. So I lead with my
What's
id,
up with that? 9,000,000,600,000.
and I leave the rest of the
Million,
Freudian
312,000.
equation. Okay, so
800.
we talked about something else.
Wait, no.
Do you want to switch gears?
I can do
Yeah,
that.
let's
I can
switch
do.
gears.
I can read numbers.
Can you,
I can read
I
numbers.
want you to put a poo
96,312,000.
drugs
Wait, no.
into my
9,600,000.
hand.
9,600,300.
Because I know you're
12,000.
I know you're playing it cool because we're recording.
96,312,000,000.
Fucking bar.
Million.
Like Frank Sinatra
96
bar
billion,
instead of,
3
like,
million.
whiskey, it's just like
Well, no, I can't read this number.
no themaline, fifafine, DMT, XYZ.
I'm not shit.
I'm pretty paranoid.
I'm not, that's the
I'm
thing.
careful. I'm very careful because
Numbers are hard
with
when
all
they get
these
that big.
things,
Hold up, I
I
can
feel
do
like
it.
I'm really
So 6 digits is a million.
cutting it close
One
to
to three.
the,
I'm having
what
trouble
is
seeing.
legally
Yes.
permissible. I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't had any
6, right,
interference, but
6.
it seems like
6
it's
is 100,000.
just on the edge.
That's 3 million.
And then after it's done,
96 billion, 3,124,875.
You're just observing people making drugs. You're not doing drugs where they are illegal on camera. You went to Mexico to do
watching a video?
You know what I mean? I think you are. It has that. Your show has that feeling of like right on.
I was trying to read a number.
Edge. That's what gives your show stakes. It's
Haven't
like
you seen
you're on
Alan?
the edge, but you thread the needle. Very
Alan
well.
David.
Yeah.
Alan David.
And with there's an episode coming out tonight.
Alan
that's all
David,
about
to the
methamphetamine
front office,
chemistry, and
please.
That was another one where, I mean,
Alan David, to the front
best, but
office.
I really hope that no one gets in trouble or.
Yeah, I'm about to do another trip, and then I'm gonna
as a result of it.
end it, I think.
What's interesting to
Alan
me
David,
is
to the front office, please. Your mother's here
that
with your
you're
lunch.
allowed to. So the S&P department, they let you say how to chemically produce the drug. That is what surprised me, because I remember reading an interview about Breaking Bad, and they said they purposely put out completely incorrect chemistry on the show because S&P was like, well, we don't really actually want to be responsible for teaching people how to make methamphetamine.
And that, yeah, and that's true. The chemistry on Breaking Bad is scrambled. It's not something that anyone could look at and learn how to make methamphetamine.
I'm very
There's
pious.
These little bits and pieces where they'll say phenylacetic acid or
I look like a
reductive
stained glass
amination
paint,
like
stained glass window in a church.
synthetically relevant on some level, but you could never use it to
Always
actually
look pious.
inform the production of methamphetamine. And I actually thought that was like kind of interesting. And I was like interviewing the head of the American Chemical Society, who served as the science advisor for Breaking Bad. And I was like, well, what would you think if it were the other way, where the show actually showed people exactly how to make methamphetamine? And she was like, well, you'd have to ask the DEA about that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm asking, no, what do you think? Do you think there's something wrong with that? Do you think it would be bad to do that? And she just kept saying, you're going to have to ask the DEA about that. But I think it's a valid question. Like, why can't you show people exactly how to make a drug? What is wrong with that?
Why does she keep saying you have to ask the DEA about that?
I think because she's just a profoundly square, fearful person who is like, yeah, who's just afraid, really afraid to even talk about it. And a lot of people are afraid to even talk about it. That's the other thing, is like the government wins. The government wins if people are just totally terrified of this stuff, and then they will enforce prohibition on their own because they think that like even owning a tiny piece of chemical glassware is going to result in the DEA breaking down their door with a battering ram or something. And there are these tragic stories where things like that happen, but for the most part, they've succeeded in making people so afraid that they don't even exercise their own freedom.
Right. Yeah.
That's a terrible analogy.
That's tragic. That is some tragic shit.
Yeah.
This is some tragic shit.
This is going awkwardly.
So how do you get away with teaching how to actually chemically make it on the show?
The water. Nervous.
S&P is just like
Like Terrence Howard.
The same deal, but just on
explaining my
much,
stupid theory.
like, I'm making the same argument that Breaking Bad made. It's just a much worse argument in my case, where because I'm not saying everything. I'm not saying how to blow the glassware. I'm not saying
Mark.
how to produce the solvents that are used in the reactions. I'm not
I did
saying
not.
exactly how to purify certain
I did
intermediates.
not
There's
hit
always
her.
some information that is left out. So I can in good faith say that not everything has been revealed. And often that is the case. There's some little, I wouldn't even want to say absolutely everything, partially because it would be so long that it would be boring, but I imagine for most viewers, maybe not. But also because you want to keep it a little bit difficult. You don't want to actually spoon feed the information to people so that they could follow it without thinking about it at all, because that, I think, might be dangerous. You want to keep it just enough so you're exposing them to the full trajectory of the process and the chemicals that are involved without, giving a recipe that can be followed.
Right. That makes sense. All right, so I want to talk about your friend.
Oh, yeah.
So you had a friend who permanently lost their mind during a trip, and you were with them.
Yeah, I was.
So you were tripping and watching your friend lose their mind.
Yes, yeah.
Which is a nightmare.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
I mean, he was having a nightmare, but you were also. So what did you? How old were you? What was the situation?
I was a freshman. Yeah, I was a freshman in college. I was probably like 19 or something, or 20. And
did he ever seem like mentally unstable before this event?
No, he didn't. He didn't. But yeah, if either of us were mentally unstable, it would have been me. And I did not think that it was a very weird and unexpected thing that at the time, because I had relatively few experiences with psychedelics, I didn't know if that was just what happens. Like every time you do it, you're rolling the dice with your sanity, and that could be the time that you never come back. Because if, on the third time that you do something, or fourth time that you do something, you watch someone irreversibly lose their sanity, it definitely increases the stakes, and very early on gave me like a huge respect and cautious attitude towards psychedelics, because I saw this like extreme worst case scenario that few people ever see with someone who is my best friend at the time.
That's heartbreaking. What was some of his behavior that you were like, holy shit, so-and-so's losing it?
Well, we both took 22 milligrams of this drug, and we were walking in Times Square, and then we went.
Where did you even get your hands on that?
It's at the time and to this day is not a controlled substance. So we, at that particular batch, we'd ordered from some gray market vendor in Florida, and it had been shipped. Yes. So, and it had,
and it's a kissing cousin of psilocybin.
Yeah, it's effective.
It's like a synthetic.
It's a prodrug that's converted to psilocin after it's ingested, in the same way that psilocybin is. As soon as you ingest it, it's converted to this other drug, psilocin. So this is a drug that is downstream converted to the same drug as psilocybin and is effectively indistinguishable. So it was it wasn't this drug. Like, this drug wasn't the issue. It was downstream converted to the same drug as psilocybin and is effectively indistinguishable. So it was it wasn't this drug. Like, this drug wasn't the issue. It was this drug
very distinguishable.
It could have just as easily been mushrooms, but it happened to be this drug. And
interesting.
Yeah. And then
yeah, go ahead.
And then so we both took 22 milligrams. I was feeling it really strongly. He wasn't. Then he went into an ATM booth, and he, like, for some reason, snorted another 22 milligrams of it.
Oh.
And that was, and he told me, I didn't want to freak him out, but it was one of those moments of thinking, like, oh, wow, that was a weird choice to have made. And
that's going to knock your socks off.
Yeah. And then we were in the basement of a Sparrow pizza place in Times Square, and he was like,
"That is, by the way, nightmare setting.
Yes.
Nightmare sweating. I rather trip acid in Guantanamo Bay than a synthetic psilocybin. Sparrows type. If I was sober in the fucking Sparrows Times Square basement, I would be like, kill me now. Like, fucking my life should be over.
Yeah.
That's a miserable fucking place to be.
Yeah.
So sorry to talk about this lately, but
no. I mean,
he's in the Sparrows.
Yeah. And he was like, he wasn't addicted to opioids, but he liked them. And we were kind of like talking about it. And I was like, I think that's bad. Like, I don't think you should use opioids. I think that's a bad path to go down. I think you're making a mistake doing that, which is like also like a serious, like another like level of serious discussion. And he was like, well, you just want to be Edgar Allan Poe. You just want to be this like miserable, tortured artist who never enjoys pleasure. And I want to live a life filled with pleasure. And I was like, yeah, well, you're just Pauly Shore. You're just like the Pauly Shore if I'm the Edgar Allan Poe archetype, you're the Pauly Shore archetype, and you just want to only have fun, and it's going to cause pain if you continue. And like, which is, again, this is like a weird, I don't know that I was right in this or if this was a good thing to talk about, but it turned into this like Edgar Allan Poe versus Pauly Shore battle. And then at some point he was like, I'm having a heart attack, I'm dying. And I was like, I don't think you are. Just like take a deep breath, you'll be fine. But then he ran away and grabbed a cop and was like, I'm dying, call an ambulance. And they called an ambulance and he was taken to Mount Sinai. And he was like, I talked to him the next day and he was really shaken by what had happened, but he didn't immediately go. It was like that was the beginning of a multi-month descent into madness. It actually started out almost normal. Like he was very different, but not necessarily in a bad way. Like he would say these things like, I've just been using all these drugs and I've decided that like this is a bad, like I'm just done. I'm done with it for good. That was the final time that I'm doing anything like that. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Like that was really intense. You ended up in the hospital. Like I would probably take a break if I were you as well. But then it started to become more aggressive and vindictive and like, well, you need to stop taking drugs too, because you are if you're taking drugs, you're living a lie. And I'd say like, okay, well, I disagree, but like, I think it's good that you're like making, and this just kept becoming increasingly severe until he, dropped out of school and then had to live with his parents and just like it. And then he became, I actually still talk to him all the time. I talk to him probably almost every week, but he's not doing well.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll just be another couple minutes.
Did it become like paranoia, or does he have is it schizophrenia? Is he hallucinating?
Severe schizophrenia, totally disorganized thought, paranoid delusion.
Talking to people that aren't there.
Most of our exchanges are just him sort of like assaulting me with a barrage of like seemingly random ideas that
like paranoia, paranoid kind of like delusions.
Yeah, like I saw a red car drive by yesterday. I think I'm gonna kill Megan.
Oh no! Well, I have a feeling but was he diagnosed schizophrenic?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, so he had schizophrenia, and it was like if you have schizophrenia between the years of 19 and 22,
yeah, absolutely,
is when it kicks in anyway, right?
Absolutely, yes, it is.
Maybe it was kicking in already. Then he snorted a line, and it just kind of sped up what was already there.
Yes, and whenever I talk about this, I think it's really important to acknowledge that like. Psychedelics don't cause schizophrenia, but they serve as a stressor for vulnerable people, and that stressor could have been like a final exam or a breakup with a girlfriend or the death of a parent or something like that. But it was just tough to be present at this moment of the break and then watch the subsequent fallout and know that the kind of precipitating factor was this psychedelic experience. Although I don't blame the psychedelic at all.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Yeah, and it's tough because I feel like me and you are on a journey to undo a century of bad journalism and fear mongering, scare story, sensationalism. Wouldn't you say? Me and you were on that quest.
Yeah.
So I'm reluctant to even bring this up because this. While it's important to talk about everything, it's important to talk about drugs responsibly. I mean, I always give the equivalent of
drugs,
because I think all drugs should be decriminalized. I think the war on drugs is a total waste of money, and it's totally bullshit. The only two groups that it helps are the drug cartels and the DEA. It's literally politics from the end of the opium wars in America. It's like anti-Chinese immigrant, anti-opium. This is the chapter I'm at in the book, so I'm trying to regurgitate what I 5 minutes ago. But it's we're suffering from political decisions from almost 100 years ago, basically, because all drugs were legal or decriminalized until 1914, I want to say. And the war drugs hasn't done
Oh,
anything.
yeah,
I mean,
I gotta
it's
do
just
something.
cloaked racism, right? It's just
important.
It's just a way to arrest
Something
black
personal
people,
errand
poor
thing.
people, and working class
Oh
people.
yeah, and people buy into it so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, send
even
codes
like
and
supposedly knowledgeable, supposedly
verification
open-minded
codes
people
and all this
totally buy into it. And it's like, okay, well, why do you think PCP is so bad? Do you think PCP is bad because it's used by poor black people? Like, not because you've ever used PCP. PCP is amazing. PCP is a great drug. Like, it is a gift that we should all be grateful for. And
Well, I've never done PCP. Well, actually, there was one time in 8th grade, I think I might have smoked a Sherm dipped joint by accident. Because it was like one of the first times I ever smoked weed. I was 13. And I remember I got stoned like once before. It was probably my second time getting stoned, but I remember looking around and everything was like 8-bit, like I was in a Nintendo game. And I just felt like disconnected. And I was like, man, weed is fucking crazy. And it wasn't until years later that I was like, I might have smoked like, I think they used to call them Cocoa Puffs in New York, like a PCP dipped cigarette was a Cocoa Puff. Or maybe that was a Coke dipped cigarette. But like, PCP dipped joint. I don't know. But I don't think I've ever done PCP.
most people, I mean, PCP is one of those things that, in the same way that if like somebody takes like an ecstasy tablet and they have like a weird experience, they'll say that meth is in it. Like, it's almost like a thing that people use to explain bad experiences. As
It's a scapegoat.
Yeah, or GHB is the same way. Like, people will, if they like get like, you know, the majority of people that are like drugged with a date rape drug, it's alcohol is the drug. They're just insane, and that doesn't invalidate the experience at all. They were definitely. It just means that the drug that was used was alcohol. It was the familiar substance, as opposed to some secret nefarious powder that somebody brought and sprinkled into the drink. It's like, and I think in many instances when people think that they smoke PCP, they're just like way too stoned. Although maybe PCP is also involved in some instances, but yeah, PCP just became the explanation for bad experiences. If you have a bad experience, it's because of PCP.
I mean, that guy cutting his dick off and jumping out the window did not sell it for me. I'm going to be honest with you.
Right. But maybe he just like, maybe that was good. Maybe that was like, maybe for that guy, he had to cut off his penis. Some people do.
Then I was like, I don't know. I'm running off the PCP store anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, and then of course, Big Lurch eating.
I've done ketamine. I've done a dissociative. So
yeah.
I guess it's similar. I asked Steve-O actually recently. I go, what is PCP? He goes, it's just like, it's like it's just like dirty street ketamine. But I used to go to New York and smoke. I smoked so much PCP, man. He goes, it's fucking awesome. I loved it when I was doing drugs. I fucking loved PCP. He was like,
Steve-O.
He's like, I just love Disassociatives. I think they're so fun. So he was a big. It was funny that he popped up because I was like, right before he popped up on that episode, I was like, he should be in this episode. And then it was like,
yeah.
my prayers were answered.
Yeah, he made that whole crazy movie, PCP Saved My Life. Which is like,
I didn't know that he made
yeah. So he's like a very rare instance of an outspoken PCP advocate.
I mimic people and I like people.
But like the main reason that people hate PCP is because it's the drug that poor people use, and that none of their friends use it, and so it's easy to say that that's the bad drug, that's the crazy drug. But it's not. Right. It is like a ketamine that's used by poor people that has like a very similar effect. Same thing with meth. It's like meth is pretty much indistinguishable from Adderall.
I was gonna say,
no, it's not.
Like rich kids are and suburban kids are eating.
What are you talking about? Meth is not indistinguishable from Adderall.
I go, please tell me the difference between this and any.
And then earlier you said for ACO
it's
mushrooms, they're the exact same thing, indistinguishable.
It's amphetamine.
What are you talking about?
So, and I've
Both
done
very
Adderall
wrong
before,
statements.
where I'm like,
Meth and Adderall are the same
they're
thing.
giving this to fucking children. I'm out of my fucking mind right now. I'm higher than any Molly I've ever taken.
I had like a prescription for Dexedrine, which is like Canadian
it wasn't
Adderall.
Even like a heroic
I talked the
dose.
doctor
It was
into
like
giving
a
it to me.
30-milligram Vyvanse or something. But I was like,
And then I would abuse it sometimes. I would like just take like my whole fucking prescription
government doesn't
over.
want you to use your drugs.
And
The government
high,
wants you to use
like
their
a come down, and
drugs.
the side effects
You know
are so bad.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not like meth
of
at all.
course, and that is the truth, and that's like
Not to
that's just
say
the way
that
it
the
goes.
side
Yeah,
effects of meth
people-
are good.
And
but
what really
you know what I
worries me
mean?
is when people in the drug community then start their own like little mini prohibition thing where they're like, okay,
okay.
ketamine is good, but
I'm logged
PCP is
in my
bad.
account.
Or it's like, no, yeah, legalize everything.
I can't get into
Seriously,
my
Like,
account.
that is the way. Like as soon as you start making these distinctions
account.
between like the drugs that are
Oh,
good
yeah,
and the drugs
freak
that
me
are
out.
bad, you just recreate some stupid version of prohibition where you
guess I
find
just
a
typed it in
reason
wrong.
to
I'm
discriminate
gonna do
against
DMT
people
here in a
because of
sec,
their
you guys.
pharmacological choices.
I'm not trying to like
Right.
keep you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for you to read You Will Die. I think it's
My
like
copy
right
just
up the
came
top.
today.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What is the book that you recommended for me?
P-call and T-call.
Okay, what
People
is
keep saying you need to read those books.
These are like you will not be
They're
disappointed.
works of fiction, right?
They are supposed, they are labeled as works of fiction, but they're it's for legal reasons called fiction, but it's very much non-fiction with names slightly changed. But they are the greatest books ever written about drugs by an enormous margin. Like they
Hope
are,
everybody's
nothing
happy.
like them has ever been written. It's this.
What's the premise of the book?
It's the true story of this chemist in California who, along with his wife, synthesized hundreds of psychedelic drugs and then they tested them on themselves and their friends and wrote these very detailed reports of what it's very sexually oriented.
Junk is
So it's
happy.
like their experiences having sex with each other on all these different psychedelics, but also just their experiences
looking
and
good.
his process for synthesizing each drug.
So it's like a how-to. It's like a cookbook.
There's really nothing like it. It's like a really weird, gigantic, sprawling story about the history and pharmacology and chemistry of psychedelics that also includes this very scientifically rigorous information that is totally real. Like I have tested many of these syntheses myself and they are real and work. And
so it's
all right, what do we want? What do we want? What's an interesting genre to trip out to? Math rock? Strolling around in the cherry blossoms have been removed, do not due to the copyright holder. Damn. Nature nurture. No, that's not. I don't want that. It's gonna make me sick. The last thing I want. That's terrible. I just like the fucking when they're like with all the pull-offs and shit, like this guy. Trippy music. Not long enough. This long enough. Find good music. We need good music. No. That would be good too, though. Like a minnow swimming in a sea. Obviously, where else would it be? should throw on that song earlier from what's his name? Buddy in the chat. Why are they all short? Free to bet. I'm with you, but can I get some of the fucking music? That's the trippiest fucking picture. Paper picture is the. It's pretty. Last thing I had on was pretty good. It worked good.
I hate to go to sleep. That's in my head.
What else? Sort. Even better. That's it. That's just it. There's a better one. That wasn't that solid. This one features different artists. No, see what's that? Perfect. You're perfect. I just go somewhere. I'm just gonna go with it. It's good. It's good. It's better than good. It's the best. Miami Nights. There we go. drop. No drop. Okay. Am I good? Camera good? Quality good? Everything good? No, not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Going to the moon. I want this to drop down in the middle of my trip. Tighten it good. That freaked me out. What's the noise? Pants boner. I got a pants boner. It's not a real boner. It's a pants boner. Just so we're aware.
I think the window's over. It's trying to tell me something. Alright, that was a pretty mild trip. A couple weird things happened though. And I wanted to do more, but then I felt like the window was maybe over. I don't know. You gotta like do it all in succession, because if you do like another hit like halfway through a trip, it just sort of like what does it do? Sort of just like extends it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still tripping a bit. What was I just saying? What the fuck? What was this saying? What was this saying? Weird thing. Well, I said before, like, sometimes the weird things you see, like, the edges of your eyelashes and shit, or, like, maybe you can see your hair, or maybe you could see, like, your
if you have really bushy ass eyebrows. Can you see your eyebrows? No. But you know what I mean? Like you can see your eyelashes a little bit, sort of. They like refract light and stuff, sort of in different ways. And those always fuck with hallucinations for me. I'm sort of getting that with like my headset. So that trip is pretty mild, as I was saying. But a couple interesting things happened. First of all, when I blow out like nothing, it looks like nothing. Those hits, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but those still hit me. I don't know why there's no smoke. I think it's because it's vapor. I don't know. Something to do with vapor. Then sometimes, every once in a while, I'll blow out one that's very smoky. I think that's one just where I get like a really good vapor hit, and then like maybe some of it. I don't know. Vapor is like different at different temperatures. It's more visible. I don't know. But I tried to science my way out of it, and then I failed. Like, nope, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. So, what happened here? What am I talking about again? I'm tired. What's just happened? Oh yes, what am I talking about? That trip was pretty weak. This thing tripped me out because it looked like it took on like a sort of life, I guess you could say, and it was like monitoring me, and the whole time it was right over me. And I thought it would. I'm like, that's gonna be a problem. I think I even said something, and it was. And for some reason, the whole corner of my room like shifted towards this way. Like it was all. My fan didn't do anything. She's gone. She dumped me. And then everything was shifting this way and like looking into this corner. So I'm like, it's trying to like maybe direct me over here or something. And then when I went to take like another hit, I felt like something pulling me. It was like pulling the thing out of my hand. And when I moved the thing around and I was swinging the arm around, I was like experimenting with it sort of. It felt like when I moved really quickly, the object would still be here and my hand would be over here without it. When I moved like really quickly, it'd be sort of like that. That's kind of the best way I could describe it. Or it felt like someone was like holding it every time I went to move it. So I'd feel like that pressure in this hand, you know? I'm so stupid. I'm talking to the fucking microphone like it's a camera. Idiot. So that was interesting. And then, okay, this was the best part. But it didn't do anything cool. I thought, okay, when I looked over at my monitor, for some reason, I could see me, my stream. There's an anime girl sitting on me. And I can't explain it. But she wasn't moving around or anything. It looked like a cartoon, like cutout. It was just like, she was just like sitting here. And I'm not sure what that was. She wasn't moving around or doing anything. And I tried to like move it to see if it would change in the playback. It was only on the screen, you know? So not real life. And like, that's weird. She's not doing anything. And it was a very like a convincing cutout of an anime drawing. Which is strange. Very bizarre. It's like my mind drew that for the trip. And that's pretty much it, I think. It wasn't a very interesting trip at all. To be quite honest with you. I wanted to do more, but I kind of fucked up the window. Because I thought, oh, this is going to be a really intense trip. And then it didn't turn out to be, sort of. I realized, and I'm like, oh, I should do more, but that's probably too late now. But, you know, I promise I will do, if I have a great trip, I'll post it. I'm going to record everything. fall asleep. I love you guys. Good night. I feel like something else happened in the trip and I'm forgetting. Maybe I'll come back and remember. I did a better one earlier. I had a better trip. And then, my one last Friday. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. That was an amazing trip. I'm tired. I love you guys. I'm gonna turn off the stream now. Oh, I'm so spent. That fucking. That was exhausting. Does Fanbit keep you up like that? Is that what is doing that? Sleep? Did you ever sleep? I'm just up? I think at high doses it makes you tired, at low doses it keeps you up or something. Maybe I just go on good vibes. And the acid, I guess. I stay up, but I just stay up late the day before. And I guess once I decided I was going up all night, you know. I'm spent as shit. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm researching it wrong. I could have swore out. It's probably just made me feel so good. I was just like ready to party all night, you know. Many side effects. You shouldn't do Fanbit, by the way, guys. Or at least very research it strong. Nootropics are interesting. There's a lot of them that aren't addicting and shit. They're sort of new, I guess, or at least new to the market, really. Maybe they're not, but I'm new at it anyways. And then you got all sorts of different ones. I guess 5-HTPs, or maybe they're not all nootropic. What is the one I used to go to? My mouth is so dry. Gotta get more water. You can get them though, like from anywhere, and you gotta really be careful though. Like benzos. For me, like I was saying, the fucking. I'm so tired. Oh my god, my eyes hurt. The tolerance ramp up for me is so quick that like they're basically ineffective if I do just like I probably wouldn't be able to get much effect out of them if I did them in the next 2 weeks. They're weird like that for me, but then some people I guess use them every day, which you shouldn't do at all. I think like once a week is like the limit. It says twice a week on the package. Even I think once a week is enough. If at all. If at all. Right? Alright, guys. Smoke some weeds? I'll do that. Well, we're the opposite. I'm always low energy. I think I'm high strung, but low energy. Does that make sense? Personality wise, I'm low energy. Nervous system wise, I'm not. My brain operates at breakneck speeds, y'all. It's so big and powerful. It's a big, powerful genius man brain. .250 IQ. Minimum. Yeah. Shut up, please. Finish the building, please. Finish the building. Finish the fucking building, please. What's taking you so long? Finish the building. It's 2 years. 2 years. Arsenio Hall and Wesley Snipes. I got them confused earlier. They both have very cubic heads. Not that bad of a mix up. Once you got olives and grapes confused. That's bad. That's stupid. That's a stupid territory. Stupid territory. I'm well beyond the borders of super stupid territory. I'm deep in no man's land. Well, whatever that tool is, fuck it. Stop using it, please. Building. They put up a building in a day in China. I thought I saw that. Am I just making that up? I said it earlier. I cited it as fact. I didn't cite it. I stated it as fact. As fact. Forgot the C. Forgot the C. The letter C. Sunny D. You guys like the Florida or the California Sunny D? They got the two kinds, don't they? I think they both taste like shit. Sunny D sucks. One of them's not bad. It's a little more fruity, tangy. I think the Florida one. California one's is whack as shit. There's two Sunny D's, right? I'm not making that up, am I? Oh, what was I gonna look up? You guys help me. Looks like you, right? Like, it's harsh on the throat. It's got this weird acidic, like, harshness to it. Feels like you're drinking, like, fucking acid. You know what I'm saying? Did anyone else get that with Sunny D? What was I gonna look up? Fuck. I forget. The Mexican version? You have all these Mexican soft drinks, Shannon. Why? The second time you've mentioned it, the Mexican or is that the same one? The same damn soft drink you're touting? The Elliott Smith one from the video? A connoisseur of Mexican soft drinks. We love Shannon in the chat. I need to eat something. I feel like I'm going to get sick. Yeah, get some foods. Sarah. Jagon. It's fake food. What's fake food? Tempico. Eat real food. Real food, ideally. You're gonna look how many Sunny D's there are. No, it wasn't that. I just thought that randomly. I was gonna look, but it's close. So you get nauseous from not eating, and you can't eat because you're nauseous. With me right now, yeah, and then your stomach shrinks. Apparently, I don't know. That's what I heard. Who knows if that's true? I'm so low right now. I'm so low. There's one time Wendy's forgot my order and my stomach shrank because I didn't eat in so long, and Wendy's prolonged my shrinkage, and so I sued them. I took them to court. I said, "Your Honor, they shrunk my stomach." It wasn't cool, and I won $6 million. Oh, where's my skateboard right now? I wish I had my skateboard here with me. Show Quan some tricks. I had my whole skate earlier. I misplaced an entire skateboard. Oh well, next time. You guys see 360 flip blunt slide. I'm saying it now. I'll do it next stream. You do a 360 flip blunt slide, live on stream on a skateboard. Might break a bone. Might break a bone. It's the price you pay when you skateboard. Gotta be brave. But I'll do a 360 flip blunt slide. It's my signature trick. Where'd my skate go? Oh, it flew off here earlier. I found it. I got my skateboard, you guys. Found it. Where's my railing? I built a rail. I'm such a kid. I'm a kid. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I suck. I haven't skated in a while. It's been a while, guys. I should stretch. Stretch. Yeah. It's harder on here. I've been practicing on my bed, which I guess is bad practice. Gnarly, dude. Oh yeah. That's how we do grinds. That's how we do grinds up in Canada. Alright? Oh, you don't get them all. You don't land them all. Oh, sometimes you bail. Gotta be brave in this sport. I'm a brave man. It's hard. It's fucking hard. Oh, did you see that? See that, motherfuckers? That's how you do a 360 flip. You just fucking do it. You don't think, you just do it. My friends, I'm good at this. Very good. Pro. Going to the Olympics. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. That's how we do it. That's how we do it in the West Coast. We do it like this. We do it like that. We fuck it up every single time on the West Coast. That's how we do it. Oh, but sometimes we land them, bitch. Yeah, I'll try to do a blunt slide. Which, can you... Okay, what's the thing with blunt slides? Some people think it's like... See, here's a ledge. See, here's a ledge. My hand's a ledge, right? Some people think it's like you go down and your wheel and your tail is touching, or your nose. You slide down like this. Right? On a ledge. But then on a railing, it's like you go over and then go backside, and then your nose goes, right? But you have to go over on the other side. If you just stay on this side of the rail, it's just a nose slide. But on that side, you go over the rail, then it's a blunt slide. But then on a ledge, it's this. How are they both a blunt slide? Can anyone answer me that? I've always wondered that, and I've never really questioned it. Why don't they just give them different names? This thing's fun as fuck. You remember tech decks? This ain't no tech. This ain't your mother's tech deck, okay? This is an anti once. And apparently they go up to like $200. These things now. I got like a mid-range one. It was like $50. This one. $50 for a little piece of wood. But the trucks and the bushings and everything, it's like exactly like a skateboard, down to like every detail. I like a well-built piece of anything, you know? And the wheels have bearings in them. They're tiny. I spent $50 on this. Sue me. Oh yeah, that was worth at least $50 in fun right there. Paid for itself. And that was worth about $5. I'm earning money from it. How does that work? Oh, dark slide! Accidental dark slide, hell yeah. Oh shit, I'm a pro. Can I just ollie over this? Yeah, I can do it. I can do it, anything I want. I'll do a hippie flip, or what's that called? So easy though. not a hippie flip. It's called a flip. See my progression? That's how I progress at everything I do in life. Just breakneck speeds. I'm gonna use the term once again. I start out shitty, and then 2 seconds I'm a master. Look, I'm a master. I'm a master. I'm a master. Told you. Alright, I'm going to bed. It's so addicting. Oh shit, I'm going to end up on WikiFeet. Jerking off to my feet, you guys. Okay, go ahead. Alright, good night, everybody. Good night is what it's one in the Avatar game. Good night, everybody. Everyone's off to work. Oh, I tightened that. Like a man. Sometimes I just can't help the manliness I put into things. You know? Alright, say goodnight to Bob Ross. Not bad so far. A good start. A good start. Better than last time. My first painting I entitled Child Vomit. A kid ate crayons, they ate some newspapers, and they vomited. It's not what I was going for, but it's what happened. It happened. I did this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Whoa. Oh, it's a hot pizza pie. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. It's a hot pizza pie. Bounce in the pizza pie. A pizza pie is a... We're good. Paint all over me. Paint all over me. Paint all over me. Child vomit would look good up here. Painting will sell for millions one day. I noticed a couple people emailed me some things asking me some shit in the emails. I'm not sure what that entails and stuff. I have so many emails and shit I gotta get to. It's like, ugh, fuck. I hate that. I hate it. I'm bad with that shit. But if that's any of you, I will get to you at one point or another. I promise. Who just joined us? Dennis Corkai. I love it. Jesper Matson of the 81th variant. My favorite Jesper Matson. 1 through 80 are shit.
Dennis, I like the name Dennis because it reminds me of this kid Dennis I grew up with in school. He's like the smartest kid every year. I think he's like an optometrist now or something, but yeah, that's about it. He's very smart. Pog. Pogs? Do you guys play Pogs? I play Pogs. You got the Slammers. I still play. Repping it hard in 2021. Good night, everybody. I love you so much. Thanks for all the support and everything like that. As for my schedule, I think I mentioned this a couple times now. I put out like a picture of the schedule I'm trying to adhere to. I've been pretty good with it up until like this week. I sort of went off of it. But the point is, I want to do 2 videos and 2 streams every week. And I'm maintaining that at least. So that means I got 3 days to do 2 videos and a stream. But I got a couple videos that would be easy to put out at this point, and then I'll stream on Sunday. That way I'll technically adhere to my schedule, but you know, I'm not good at going to the day, you know, to the day is tough. Especially with things like tripping out, because it's like, if you don't want to trip out that day, plus like the day I chose to do it, it's like, you know. Turn your car down. It hurts my head. I'm that kid at the lunch at school, in elementary school. It's like, everybody quiet down. This kid has a headache. This complaining kid. There's a kid that did that at my school. He's probably not at every school. I'm dying, I think. Dying of being awake. I'm dying of being awake. Makes no sense. No sense. I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm blind. I'm blind. Good night, guys. Is that you? Is this you? Oh. That's, you feel frail. A little frail. Oh, I broke you. Or is this the microphone? What is this? What am I holding? I'm just kidding. The joke quality? Here's the graph. Over the night. Started off, top shelf. Best jokes. No, this is against the world. 100%, 100%, 100%, and then just staggering drop off. Anyone who invested in my jokes is broke. What? Yeah, drugs and moderations, kids. Why do you say it like that? Like, or this could be you. You've been fucking all night with you. All things on moderation, of course. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Unless you can handle it like me. I'm just kidding. Oh, fuck you, dude. You've been like complaining all night. You've been watching me for like 12 hours straight. Yeah, good night, everybody. I love all of you. And man, I'm a goofy ass fuck, I know. Love you, Shannon. It's Scott Beard. Yo, what's up, dude? One of my friends. I don't want to, you know, unless you want to, you know. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you, dude. Dude, I've just been streaming all night. You just came in. I'm about to go to bed. I hit the DMT pen like twice. What else did I do? I sang a song called Miami Nights. Miami Nights. Alright. I'm just playing with you, dude. You never know with you. Just kidding. I love you. I love you, Jagam. I love you, Austin. How was your trip? Is good? I love you, Scott. I'm gonna say it. You gotta work at midnight? I'll call on a bomb threat for you. I'll call on a bomb threat, bro. I'm like, hi, this is a serious threat out of Richmond. I got a bomb here, and I'm gonna blow all your workers to smithereens. So give them the day off paid. It's gonna be dope. What's the deal with the left hand tattoo? It's symbolic of, yeah, there's a deep meaning to it. So basically, the thing with this, okay, you see, I like eyeballs. So this part represents how I like eyeballs. And then this is a cool squiggly line. No, I'm just kidding. Not that. I like the way it looks, first of all. But also, it's a Umalome, which is, I guess there's many iterations on it. Iterations? Iterations? How do you say that word? Iterations? Iterations. Right. Right, we'll go with iterations. And it's usually like some sort of squiggly line, and then it straightens out by the end. It's supposed to represent your path through life, and then the eye is supposed to represent like the enlightenment part where it straightens out. Usually it's a lotus flower, but then this and this part are swapped out a lot. You see like different variations on it. So I went with this squiggly line and the eyeball, because eyeballs are dope. And then I got him to put purple and green in the lines. Like the squiggly line's purple, as you can see. It's very dark purple. It's black, but then he put like purple around it. And then the bottom part's like green. I wanted purple and green together specifically. For some reason I was feeling purple and green when I was designing it. I love color combinations. Like the red or pink and yellow. It reminds me of lemonade, right? And then, yeah, I'm always switching up my lights and shit. Natalie's back. Oh god, I've been streaming forever. That was a fucking marathon. God damn it, I'm spent. Yeah, thank you. I love how he did it. It turned out great. I want to stretch it out, so I'll put it upside down. Because if you like, I show it this way, it's all stretched out. You gotta show it at the right angle, you know what I'm saying? But he did a really good job of it. I gotta get the green eye filled in just a little bit under the pupil. I never will, but that's the only part that bothered me. The thing going right under the pupil a little bit. I've been saying I'm gonna get this one fixed for 14 years now. I'll just get that little corner filled in sometime next week. I'll get around to it. But yeah, I love eyeballs. Balls, I like my balls. I like balls, literally, I do like balls. Tossing a ball around, playing with ball, like a bouncy ball, sure. I'm not sexually attracted to balls. Unless they're my own. I'm sexually attracted to my own balls. Is that a thing? Somewhat of an real monsters vibe on the eyeball. Yeah. I like monsters. And it's sort of I want it to be a little bit like creepy, dark sorta. I like the sort of sketchy lines, like they're not straight and sort of scratchy. That's just the way Roz talks. We've accepted it at this point. He's got a very interesting dialect. I love your messages, Christopher. They're always interestingly worded. You got like your own language. It's dope. Do you play chess? I do. I dabble, you know. I'm like an 800, but I just started. I'm an 800 in daily chess. I'm like a 500 in rapid. But sometimes I'll do really good. You know, I got potential is what I'm saying. I got potential. Look like my boyfriend, look like a girlfriend. Something happened, but I got potential. Do you remember that song? I remember my mom once, that song came out, and she's like, what's this song that comes out? You said it looks like his girlfriend or something? But I was a boyfriend or something like that. I'm like, yeah, Mom. It's a pretty interesting song. Interesting lyrics. She's like, can you say that? Can you just say that? Yep. Oh, you want to play? All right, yeah, hell yeah. I really liked your song earlier, dude. Raj. Let's do it. I'll send you the link. And we just play. We're gonna go 20 minutes because sometimes I forget about the time. As in every time I forget about it until there's like 2 minutes left. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I lose. That's how it's gonna play down. No, thank you. I love playing chess. I suck. I really suck. I keep saying that to lessen the humiliation of how much I suck. It is an interesting turn of events. I sang some vaporwave. I painted a picture. I smoked DMT. I played some chess. What else did I do? I did a lot on this stream. I accomplished amazing things. Look at this painting. It's a work in progress, obviously. It's my second painting ever. Kinda. I've done a few before, but the first one where like it's looking not fucking too shabby. Not too shabba-rabba-doony-doon, if I would say so myself. Word. Not too shabba-rabba-dabba-doony, if I do say so myself. That's a new song I've been working on too. It's called Not Too Shabby, dabba-rabba-doony, if I do say so myself. It's a working title. It's a working title. Pretty dope, eh? I'm gonna put lights on the buildings. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like some motherfucker. Hold on, let's play this. No, let's not play that. I've had enough vaporwave tonight. What is it gonna look like? What am I doing? What's life? Painting. Oil. Scene. Night. Skyline. It's gonna be better than this. This guy sucks.
Below the center here. I don't want
really blows. Bad technique.
Right in the middle.
Look at him just. Where's my painting? Oh, there.
It's not thin down at all. I'm gonna just
no, I'm just
drop
kidding.
in some beautiful lights down here.
Obviously, I suck. I'm the one that sucks.
Horizon.
But look how crisp this building
is. A lot
are.
of lights.
Mine is much softer.
On the buildings, I'm gonna be a
like he's got them crisp as fuck. Mine are.
See on the buildings, I'm gonna.
The blurry line.
It's so big.
I'll crisp them up in the next.
Drop in a little lights.
Episode. Stay tuned.
Buildings. We're seeing a perspective.
Dustin crisps up his building lines.
So you gotta think.
That would be like the episode trailer.
Not all the lights are gonna be
next
on.
week.
Now I've decided
on Trip and Chill.
Try something different here on this building.
Dustin crisps up his lines.
I went ahead and I painted black over it again, and I'm gonna take the 3/4 inch brush this time. So I want to see what.
That's about it. It's gonna be a shitty week, actually, folks. We don't got much.
Looking windows. Maybe this building. I felt like it was too much. Yeah, it was too polka dot looking.
Don't miss it.
Like it was just covered in polka dots, and I didn't.
Right after America's Funniest Home Videos.
I thought I would. So I'm gonna try something different. What if it has?
It's a good time slot. It's a good time slot.
Windows.
It's prime time, baby.
There.
Imagine that, they make a cable television show. That'd be so weird.
So you can
Like, who's this
play
idiot?
around with stuff like that. And I'm just continuing.
Oh, Mike and Molly was funny. Now, who's
Another
this
thing that's
fucking
very
idiot?
important to talk about here is the horizon.
I can't wait to do the
Doesn't have
lights.
to be
Painting is fun.
Straight, but it doesn't
I'm
have to be
pro.
level.
I'm pro.
So I don't really want
apparently.
it sloping.
Is that my
see, I
first
can't
one?
have it
You see my first one,
down.
Scott? Are you still here?
Because the shoreline is obviously not perfectly straight and flat, like somebody cut it.
This okay. This is a mountain scene with a sunset that I followed along with Bob Ross.
And you're gonna have to wipe your brush every time you reload. Let me put a little red into that.
And I got upset. I got angry.
Lots
I
and
got
lots
angry. It
of
wasn't going my way.
And I haven't really talked
And then I
about
wrote
the light
"fuck" in the middle of it.
are gonna need to
And then I regretted it. I'm like, oh,
some
now
of
it's
the lights in
ruined.
the
And I tried to make it nice again, and it turned into child
Let me
vomit
jump back to the liner brush. I'm just trying different things.
'cause it ate
This is
something
something I
funny.
don't paint a lot of cities. In fact, never really paint cities. So I'm trying
One day
different
it'll sell
things
for
to
me.
kinda give you the best ideas
When
and
I've
tips that I have as I'm figuring them out on my own here. There we go.
I put a non-fungible token on it, right, everybody? No, I can't. It's not digital art.
Now I just
That's the whole
figured
point.
something out. You see these lights? They've got a nice
All
fuzzy
right.
edge around them. So
It's
what
funny,
I
my
did was-
stream number went up and down like all night. It was like 50, then it was like 10, then it was like 200. Oh no, it's never 200. I don't want to end it. I feel like it's been such a long fucking. What? No way, your daughter did the same one? The same video? How old is she? Like 6? It's a tough painting. She's painting way ahead of her age thing. That's impressive as fuck. Very impressive on her end. Not at all unimpressive on my end. She's going way up, you know. Did she do it good? Oh, Slump is here? What the fuck? Yo, I watched that movie, dude. We gotta have a conversation, yo. Not cool to send me shit like that. Are you okay, Slump? Is that what you watch? I'm just kidding. It was fucking interesting as fuck. And unsettling, and I did not like watching it alone. We're gonna show you the trailer for this, everybody. This is what Slump watches in his free time. Slump's favorite movie. He watches it every day, he said. Scott, have you ever seen this? This movie is freaky as shit. It's like a famous, it won the Cannes Film Festival, I guess, in '73. The Scandal. I don't know. It's like a infamous or famous movie. I'm not quite sure. It's a movie. Can you guys see? You can, yes. Oh, I guess I should turn the music off. I don't know. There's dead flies and stuff, and piles of bodies. Some animals were harmed in this, for sure. For sure, they got a few animals. Some frogs. Yeah. Naked Jesus is. She was pretty. I liked her. And the whole movie's like this. And it wasn't scary, but it was. Like I said, I didn't like watching it alone. It made me very uncomfortable.
Of motion picture art.
Some parts were like interesting and very cool. Most of it was. I'm just kidding. Most of it. It was very interesting. But some parts were legit, like, I don't like watching this.
Is outside the tradition of modern theater.
I like this. I like her. She's dope. There's a lot of vaginas and penises in the film. A lot. Someone joining this? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm about to pass out. I keep saying that. but Slum just showed up, and I wanted to show him that. No, I got like 3/4 the way through it. To be honest with you, I might watch more. Thank you, Austin. Appreciate you very much. 10 big boy US bucks, not Canadian bullshit. We got the 10 big boy buckaroo American bucks. I said that weird, but whatever. Yeehaw! Fantastic Planet. Is that David Attenborough? Here we got the polka dot fucking hummingbird. Look at that fucking thing. Is David drunk? Look at this fucking hummingbird. I think David's high or something. Look at the fucking hummingbird. Flapping its wings. Flapping its wings about. Oh, this is not David Attenborough. It's much better. How? I don't like it. Or do I? Seems like a weird one. 1973. This is the same year as the other movie. Fucked up year.
Il chante bien. Père aussi sait chanter.
That explains a lot. I'm just kidding. I'm part French. Shh, don't tell anybody. My great grandma might be French. Is that a titty? Oh, she heard me. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go to bed. I might throw that on. While I pass out. That seems interesting. I hope my picture turns out better than your daughter's. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, good night, everybody. Peace out, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in, y'all. I adopted that word from America. Canadians don't usually say y'all, but like it comes in handy, that one. What am I gonna say? Good night, you all. Good night, everybody. Good night, folks. That's just stupid. Y'all just works. It's just it. It's just it. So don't watch YMH. It's just it. Alright. Good night. I love you guys. Peace. Is there any last questions or anything anyone has for me? Last words. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh, Slump, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. You've been so kind. Oh, okay. It's not for free. He wants something in return. Hold up. Ball and stick? Yes, please. Sure. Absolutely. Ball and sticko. Ooh. Okay. Is this gonna be dope? Can you guys see? Let's get the full screen experience. Smoky transition. Smoky. Yeah. I can't breathe. Oh. I gotta do that every time. It's a bit of a... It's not practical. It's a very long transition.
Yes, I think you can see the significance of this. It's gone. The ball is gone. Where did it go?
It's rolling down the lonely road, wondering if there's any place to go.
castle. Go to the castle.
Oh, Bill Wirtz. I was gonna say, it seems like that Bill Wirtz guy.
To the castle. Let all my troubles flow away.
Let all my troubles float away. Let's get T-Pain up in here.
Hey,
T-Pain.
you can't go in this castle.
I already did.
You can't.
I already did.
Remember?
Cannot
We
go
were
into
talking
this
about
castle.
T-Pain?
Where's the castle?
Here.
Am I already in it?
We were
No.
talking about him on stream
Yes.
today, too.
Go to jail. I'm in jail now.
Hold on, I gotta get T-Pain up in here with this.
Mad at the jail. Ha! That was a fake jail. Made out of cardboard. I'm back.
Where's T?
Don't bounce me off the wall again. That was mostly
T-Pain, yeah, yeah, yeah. T-Pain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Do you believe in love after love?
Hey, you can't go.
Am I already in it?
I like this guy's videos,
Yes.
though.
Go to jail. I'm in jail now.
I'm in jail now, yeah.
And I'm mad
Off
at the
key,
jail.
but I
Ha!
can't
That was a
help
fake
what you
jail.
said
Made
it
out of
to.
cardboard. I'm back. Don't bounce me off the wall again. That was mostly violent. Violent.
Violence.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. I'm a good singer. T-Pain, yeah. Yeah. What am I looking for again? Oh yeah, Bill Wirtz. He does like really cool videos like that. Like I guess his first one was like Japan or something. He just
Japan
goes
is an
off in
island by the
Japan.
sea filled with volcanoes, and it's in the year negative a billion.
Japan is fucking
in the year negative 40,000
beautiful.
it was here, and you could walk to
I've been
it.
there
and some people walked
before
to it. Then it got warmer,
to
some icebergs
study
melted, it became an island, and now there's lots of trees.
Science
because it's warm.
things,
So now
science-related
there's people
things.
on the island,
That's
they're
Stephen
basically sort
Hawking of
hanging out in
wood.
between the mountains, eating nuts off trees, and using the latest technology, like stones and bowls. Ding dong, it's
Thanks,
the outside
buddy.
world, and they have
Appreciate ya.
technology from the future, like really good metal and crazy rice farms. Now you can make a lot of rice
Do
really,
you?
really
But
quickly.
I'll
That
do
means
a
if you
share
own a
cover
farm,
as
you own a
Stephen
lot of food,
Hawking.
which is something everybody needs to survive. So
Do
that makes
you
king. Rice
believe
farming
in
and rice
love
kingdoms
after
spread across the
love?
land, all the way to here.
Voice
The most
mod
important
type
kingdoms
beat.
were here,
Is
here,
that a
here,
thing?
here, 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 and here. But this one was the most
It would be
important,
like,
ruled by a heavenly super person.
I know. I think I know what you mean.
Knock knock, get the door. It's religion. The new
You
prince
mean
wants everyone to
some,
try
like,
this hot new religion from Biekt. Please try this religion, he said. No, said everybody. Try it, he said. No, said everybody again, quieter this time. And so the
Well, let me
religion
turn
was
the
put
video
into
off.
place, and all the rules that came with it. Then the government was taken over by
I noticed this earlier when I kicked my table. I'm like, hey, I went to the beat. You could be like, you know. Is that what you're talking about? Seems like something this lump would be into. Is that what you wanted? That's what this lump wanted. That's what he wanted, everybody. For sure. I'm just kidding. I don't even know. I don't even know. That's what you got. That's what you got.
Okay, good night, everybody. This is Woman Dustin. I gotta do my Pilates. That's what a woman does, Pilates. Oh god, I hate laughing.
I hate laughing in that voice. It's creepy. It's all like, tee. Good night, guys. Peace out. Have a good day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is to you. I hope it's good. I hope it's great. Not too good, you know. You don't want it to be too good. Then it spoils. It spoils. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Abort that sentence. Abort. Good night. Where's the end button? Can't find the end button. That wasn't a smooth goodbye. Bye, bye, Ellen David. I'm going to do my Pilates. Peace out, y'all.